Hi everyone, it's Zoe here, and welcome to the third and last feedback video for the 21-day healing program that we're doing now in April 2021. And the theme is, of course, freedom, ease, and liberation, expand beyond your beliefs. And wow, what a journey we have done. I'm so grateful for this journey, and we have done such a fantastic job together. It's been very intense, as you probably have noticed. Most of you have noticed that it's been very intense, and I've been quite tired, to be honest, during this program. I'm usually quite affected by the program, of course, and so I'm usually quite tired during the program, but it ended yesterday, and now I feel like, oh wow, the energies are all there now. We have received all the energies, and everything is set. So I am so proud of you. I'm proud of all of us that we have done this great journey together. And it's been a huge energy work that we have done for the collective and, of course, for ourselves as well. And I don't really think we really understand how deep this energy work is that we have done for the collective. Such a great job. Wow. So the healing sessions, they've been so powerful, and the words are not enough. I know that some people are saying that, most people are saying that the words are not enough to describe what we have gone through. But to summarize it, it's been a fantastic journey, and I'm so grateful, and also quite heavy at times. I know that some people have been feeling quite heavy, you know, having a lot of emotional cleanses and things like that. So, and I just realized yesterday when we finished the program, we finished on May 5th, 2021, which is 555. And it's a portal transformation. It's a great transformation that was set yesterday. And that was the last day for the program. And I didn't realize that it's always like this. Not always, but like the last one in December, I realized, okay, we're going to do from the 1st to the 21st of December. The event was happening on the 21st, and so forth. But always, I never get, you know, that much information. I'm not really into astrology. I love astrology, but I don't know that much. And also not thinking in terms of numerology, like, oh, we have to put this date here and we have to start here, and so to get it right, to get it correct. And this is just a confirmation for me that they are working so beautifully with us. And it's been like this all the time, you know. It's been like starting on a special date or ending on a special date, or some kind of alignment during the program. Also like a super moon and things like that we've also had. So it's been great. I'm so grateful for all of you, and that we have done this together. So I will start off by reading a channeling from one of the participants, which I found was very beautiful. Now you take back your freedom. You are all free when you perceive your true potential. I love that sentence. You are all free when you perceive your true potential. That just says it all, I think. Cut away the limitations and join together. Together you are strong, beautiful beings of light. You were brought here to create life, love, paradise together. The turbulence will dissolve as soon as the masses wake up. Chaos must happen. A new era is coming. Everything is going according to plan, a master plan, a new era, a new life. Such a brighter place within and outside of you. You're taking back the power. You're becoming one. Come together in groups and build what you want to have. Everything that's happening in the universe will soon subside. People shall wake one by one. It will happen like a domino. Nobody will be left alone. You're taking back the power. Together you are strong. Join together. Live, laugh. Don't let the dark stop your plans. Light up the world by working in unity. Relax, calm yourself, enjoy life. Don't give into the game. Enjoy every minute. It's worth it. Oh, such a beautiful channeling. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. So powerful, so beautiful. And I really can relate to these words, because I feel that we are more and more coming together. I feel more and more, I do have more and more collaborations with colleagues, and also new collaborations with people, and we are a group here on my island and nearby that are coming together quite often and supporting each other. We are so strong, and also we're helping each other, we're supporting each other, because the energies are really strong, like in general also. Not only the 21-day healing program, of course, the human resonance has been crazy lately. So wow. So we are supporting each other, and I really hope that you have your own support group where you are in the world. And of course we can connect through the internet, and that's great in a way, but I feel more and more like the last year or a couple of years we have been meeting like in person more, and trying to get off social media as much as possible. I know it's difficult, but I have so many friends now, and we are on the same track. We're thinking not exactly the same things, but so beautiful. Okay, so in this video, I will of course talk you through what we have been working on during this week, your Ascension teams and myself. And I will also, of course, read some of your feedback emails and answer some of your questions. I will also talk about if you want to do the program once again or several times. You can, of course, do the program as many times as you would like to. You don't have to inform us when you start again, and you don't have to pay anything. You have already paid for this program, so you can redo it as many times as you would like to. And also I will give you some recommendations on how to continue after this program, so like a follow-up, so how you can continue to work with yourself in many different ways. And also I have a free gift for you to show you my gratitude to all of you. I'm gonna talk about that later on at the end. I will give you this free gift and talk about the free gift. So one thing more before I start talking about the past week's healing, what we have been working on, I just want to mention that as I've been saying before, this 21-day healing program, and with this theme, involves several energy works or light works that a friend of mine has been doing, and also myself. I've been involved to a certain extent, and also another friend have been involved, and of course other people. So, but back in January, she got this mission to go to the other world and get the energy for Kryptonite. It's a long story, and she started to build this bridge between the two worlds. So that's how it all started, and it all connected. This was January 23rd, and this was just at the same time when I was sitting and setting up a 21-day healing program. And after that, I don't remember exactly when, I think it was after that, me and this friend and another friend did another energy work, very, very powerful, cleansing a lot of things, and also preparing for this 21 day healing program. And just recently, this Saturday, on May 1st, she did like the last part of this whole process, and probably it's gonna come more energy work's gonna be done after this, of course, but I see it as this whole program coming together, not just the healing sessions that we are doing, but it's also the energy work that she's been doing and we've been doing together. So this is so funny. We see each other once in a while, and it's been quite often because we are in the same group. But I contacted her last week. Last week I contacted her and asked her for support and asked her for help, and if I could book a session for her, because she's so brilliant in just, taking away certain things and seeing, because sometimes it's difficult to see yourself when it comes to your own issues and own blockages and things like that. So I've been having this thing that I've been working on for over like 25 years or so, and it was almost going down to zero, but I wanted her to look at it and see if she got something that I couldn't see. Anyway, so I contacted her, and so do you have time? Can I book a session for you? She's having another job, like a regular job, so she doesn't really give sessions. But I asked her, can you maybe please give me a session? I want some help from you. And she's like, yeah, I can do this this weekend. You can come by. I'm like, okay. So I went there on Saturday, May 1st. And when I was sitting in the car, or actually like during the morning, and I don't know exactly what time, but I was going to her in the morning, like like 11 o'clock or something. And once again, she got information about an energy work. And then she was doing this, what do we call it? Like, because the first energy work she started to build this bridge, but now the last part of this energy work, she expanded that bridge, as I've been talking about. So everything that we in this group have been doing together, like going back and forth through the 11th portal, through the portal to this other world, establishing the contact, having contact with these people living there who are just like us, but on a slightly higher level, but they're just like us, and building this bridge and broadening this bridge. And she did the last part in this. She just, pushed the button, and it's like, yes, let's do this. And so the whole energy wall collapsed that I've been talking about. So the world, these two worlds it's just open now. So she said, like, they can come any day now. They can just come because the energy wall is down now. It has been collapsed. And this is all thanks to all of this energy work that we've been doing during this program. So I just wanted to give you a short summary of these energy works. And she just recorded, like 2 days ago, I didn't know this, she recorded 2 short videos about these energy works that she's been involved with herself. And I will put that in the email, the last email. So I will put some links in the email, feedback email, and also underneath this video I will put these videos for those of you who are not joining the program but are very curious about this. And this is new information about Antarctica, and we will probably follow up. I don't know yet, because I need to rest some before I do the next project, but she and I have been talking about doing something about this more, because this information is so important this time. During this time, it's so important that people get to know this information. So listen to it, and listen to it several times, because sometimes it can be difficult to follow, the energy work and going there and dissolve this and doing things like that. It's very, very interesting, and for me it's very moving, because I feel a strong connection to this other world. Okay, so what we have been working on during this last week, day 15, activation of the Christ codes. So the first healing bath or that we did during this week was the Christ codes that we were transmitting. And they, as I've been telling you before, they aim to activate Christ consciousness and the Christ light. And once again, Christ consciousness and the Christ light can, of course, be activated in many different ways. This is one way to do it, and sometimes you need some support, you need some help to activate more of your Christ light. But you'll probably also be just fine, just receiving the energies from everything during the ascension process, all the energies that are coming into the earth now. So you don't have to do this program, you don't have to receive the codes from my channelings, but this is one way to do it. And we all are carriers of the Christ light. Everyone is, but for some people the Christ light is not that visible. It's very much hidden, and for some people it's quite visible, and for some people very visible. And so it depends on, of course, your soul contract, what you have signed before you came here. If you signed a soul contract saying that, okay, I'm going to live in darkness, I'm not going to have any contact with my Christ light, with my divine light, that's fine. So there's nothing wrong with that, not at all. And some people have another totally different soul contract saying that, yes, this Christ light should be activated more and more, and I should step into my light and be my divine light and shine my divine light. So it depends on what you choose, what you have chosen for this lifetime. But this aims to activate. So these are, you received the Christ codes to activate Christ light. And there was a guy in the Swedish group asking about the Christ codes. Can you please explain what is it and what does it mean? I don't understand. I often talk about keys and I often talk about codes because that's how I see energies, and that's how I've been working. I have a strong connection to the Pleiades, also to Sirius, but where I come from, we use this, codes, and I see in like sacred geometry and things like that. So anyways, when I talk about codes and when I talk about Christ codes, it's like you have this keypad outside a door, and you put you're putting in your code, and the door opens, right? And you are allowed to step into a new house, a new room, a new apartment, a new place. So that's how it works. You open doors to be explored, so that you can step into those new rooms and experience yourself in a different setting, in a different way, and this aims to an experience of on a higher level, of course. So this is the way to, like, a very easy, simple way to explain this when we work with codes. You receive the codes that you were ready to receive this time. You can always, redo these sessions, so you can receive more of the codes. Now I'm getting a new idea of like programming another jewelry with this Christ codes. Oh, anyway, I always get so many ideas. But anyhow, so you see the codes, and it can be very different from person to person. Some people receive some codes, and some people receive another set of codes of the same package. Like you have the Christ codes, like a package of codes, and depending on where you are in your life, on your life journey, and you will receive different codes and what you are ready to receive, because these codes are activating such a strong light within you that is dormant. So it depends on where you are on your life journey. Okay, so the next healing bath was unconditional love, day 16. So we simply just held the space for you to receive these unconditional love energies, and just feeling held, and feeling cherished and safe and taken care of. So you just can rest and land where you are, and give love to yourself, to your body, and yeah, to your whole being. Just a quick note. During this day, there was, I know it was at least one woman that experienced the total difference, the total opposite from unconditional love. And that's also how healing works. I'm not sure if I've been talking about this during the feedback videos. I don't think so, but this is like the basic way that healing energy works. It can be an experience of unconditional love, but it can also be an experience of your blockages from receiving unconditional love, or anything else. Because the light and the energy are also, giving you an awareness of what is not unconditional love, and what you need to work on yourself to get to a state of where you can receive unconditional love and be in that unconditional love state. So that's how healing works. So it's not just sunshine and roses, as someone wrote before. It's not, because you always have to work with yourself. And that's why people are not joining different healing programs and taking sessions, because they're afraid of meeting and meeting their own darkness, meeting their own shadow. And it's not an easy ride, right? Okay, so the next healing bath was Kryptonite, and day 17. And this day was so great, because this is a new energy that I have not been working on before, of course, because this is the energy that my friend brought to this world from the other world. And this energy has been, pushed down by the elite, because it's so powerful. So this energy originates from the so-called paradise, the world outside our world. And this the Kryptonite energy is really a superpower energy that strengthens your inner power, and it lifts you up to huge levels, and to such higher levels. And many of you have certainly probably felt like an invincible strength, that you can do anything. And that's the description. I'm going to read some of the feedback videos. A lot of people have experienced this energy as extremely, extremely strong, extremely powerful. So I'm so grateful for this, to be working with this energy. And also just a quick note that this energy cannot be activated or received by people who have evil intentions. That doesn't mean that if you didn't feel anything, you're an evil person. I just want to mention that, so please don't misunderstand me. And that's what I'm talking about, the elite. They have considered this energy very so-called dangerous, because they don't want us to be strong and powerful, and they don't want us to step into our full power, of course, because then they will lose their power, which they already have. But anyway, so that's why this energy has been talked bad about, and also been pushed down. And this was another step in breaking down the barriers between the worlds by, receiving this energy. This is a very, very important step in that process of breaking and collapsing this energy wall. So day 18, grounding to the new earth. So to prepare these final sessions, we want to anchor ourselves to our bodies and also to the earth. And as I've been talking about, like for the last couple of years maybe, I've been talking about grounding yourself to the new earth. So you're not grounding yourself to, like, as you usually did, like to the old earth. And this is not, people have been asking me, how do I ground to the new earth? It's not a big difference. It's just your intention. So if you want to create like roots and things like that, do that. I do that, but on a more like a simple, how do I put this? Not that, going down deep. And I visualize the new earth on a much higher level, more lighter world. Also connecting to the light grid, to the golden light network that we've been working on. So if you receive, if you're doing the meditation, the healing meditation in the video, connecting to the light grid and also connecting to the new earth, you will get that automatically. So there's nothing extra special that you have to think about when you connect into the new earth and grounding yourself to the new earth. It's just your intention. So if you just sit down, it's like, yeah, I want to ground myself. You ground yourself to your body, and that's also one thing. The same thing, that you're grounding yourself in your new body, not like the old shell that used to be your body. Now you're on a different level. We are always leveling up now. It's going so fast, and we have to be aware of that, so you're not going backwards. You don't want to ground yourself to the old earth, and you don't want to ground yourself to your old body, your old physical body. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So we've been working on grounding to the new earth, and we were making these connections from your energy system to the energy template for this new earth, like energy threads going from your energy system and connecting. It's a similar process, connecting to the light grid and connecting to the new earth, but more like the lower part, like the grounding part, and then the higher part. So we have the whole you say, like span. You have the whole area there. I don't find the word, I'm sorry. So this was the preparation for the last 3 days, because you want to ground yourself before you go up again to higher levels. So that's always how you expand yourself. You're going down, and then you can expand much higher, and you're going down, you can expand even higher. So the more grounded you are, the more light you can receive, because there's always these parallel processes. And it's also like the more darkness you have integrated and dissolved and transformed within yourself, the more of the light you can integrate, the more of the light you can be and emanate. So that is one thing that people do misunderstand, I think. Light workers, those light workers that only want to be in the lighter realms. Oh, the angels and fluffy and unicorns and whatever. It's nothing wrong with that, but to have both sides, and to have, integrate your shadows, integrate the darkness. And yes, there is darkness in this world, and it's getting even more visible. And that's also another thing it looks like it's getting darker and darker, but it's not. It's not getting darker and darker. It's getting lighter and lighter and lets up the darkness that's been there all the time. The darkness has been there all the time, but we haven't seen it before because the light is so strong now. It's so powerful. So it lifts up the whole world to get the light into, underneath everything. It's like under each rock, the light wants to come in and put the light on all the shadows, all the darkness, so it can dissolve, so it can transform. So that's the process that we're doing. So it hasn't become darker, but it's more visible to us. That's a good thing, because then we have the opportunity to transform it, right? It's the same process, working with yourself on an individual level, and also working on a collective level, like what's going on in the world right now. So yeah, day 19 and 20, expand beyond your limitations with freedom and ease. So for these 2 days, we did 2 very, very powerful expansion processes, and the energy of freedom and lightness just entered, and it anchored itself and integrated into your energy system. So we were working with, just transmitting these energies and also anchoring it to your energy system, integrating it, so that this energy was really established on a cellular level, on a very, very deep level. So, and the last day, day 21, consolidate the new expanded state of being. This is a quite common ending of the 21-day healing program, because we are setting the new level. It's like we have been operating on a level before we started the 21-day healing program, and now we have moved upwards. So we're setting a new level, and this is a way of consolidating that level, so that you will stay in that level, in that span, I would say, like frequency span, because of course you're going to go up and down a little bit. So of course you probably will meet some of your shadows, continuing meeting your shadows, and need to continue working with them, continue working with some limitations, maybe or maybe not. It's getting less and less, right? So, but it's going to be a little bit up and down, but you are operating on a much higher level now, and that's the level we were consolidating, we were setting on the last day. Okay, so that was the first, not the first week, the last week that we have been what we have been working on during the sessions, and just briefly what people have been experienced during this week, like in general. It's been like the same theme of nausea, dizziness, extremely tired, and quite heavy emotional cleanses, as I said. And I see this as very, very connected to the collective energy. It's not just your individual energy, because I have at least 2 people in the Scandinavian group that have been going through such a deep, dark journey, and it's like, oh wow, holy crap, what's going on? I know during all these 21-day healing programs that I've been doing since 2016, there's been quite some deep journeys for people, and I'm not worried about it, because I know that's part of the process. But I know at least 2 people that have been dealing with quite difficult anxiety, and also, like, I don't know, the world, like death anxiety, like anxiety for dying. And that is the core fear. That is the core fear of humanity, of the human collective. And that's also, I think I've been talking about this earlier, because all the other fears are connected to that the first fear, the ground, what they say, that ground fear. um, so that's a very, very important part to dissolve. So there was this woman, taking care of that, and she was going through such a, oh my god, there was this dark, like a flash coming into her body, and then yeah. But she's been working through it now. I knew that she would succeed in transforming that, and she has. So I'm so grateful, and all of you other participants that have been working as well. It's not only her, but I just wanted to mention that there's been quite some heavy emotions coming up, and there's always this other woman. She was invited. This is so exciting. She was invited to the dark side, and she got information like how the dark side had been working. And I've been knowing this woman for many, many years, and she. I know that she has been, dealing with very dark energies, and that's been her life path. And so she's very used to dark energies, and she's also then able to transform these demons and meeting these, while other people would like, just go run away from there. But she's like, oh yeah, hi. These like super dark energies. So she was invited there, and she got information, like secret information, like on an energy level. I don't know if she remembered anything from that session, but I found that very, very exciting, because then we can really transform the darkness. We can meet, we can join together, and um, turn this boat around, as we say in Swedish. And there's also been quite some other heavy emotions, not very funny to talk about, but anyways, some people have been feeling quite sad, sorrow coming up. And also general theme was the Kryptonite energy. Extremely powerful, extremely, extremely powerful. And also a lot of bliss and a lot of beautiful things going on as well, of course. So so funny that she wanted to join me today. So my little crystal. Okay, so now I will go through some of the feedback emails that I've got. Let's see here. Okay, hi Zoe. There are some of the things I have noticed or experienced over the past 7 days or so. And she's like making these bullet points. Patterns or codes that I see vividly and which change and disappear quickly, like a black and white kaleidoscope. And also soles of my feet noticeably tingling, presumably discharging energy. And out of nowhere, some pinprick blisters appeared on my left buttocks, and they were sore for a long time and turned to a scab the side of a penny coin. Was this some kind of detox? Yes, I would say some kind of detox. I've been having that myself. Sometimes also quite small, like blisters. There was this other woman talking about these blisters or rashes. I don't think it's the same person. So yes, definitely detox. And I'm also going to talk about the detox healing program at the end. And she continues, I'm feeling more relaxed with my partner, far less irritated by him and more accepting of him. We seem to have a greater evenness in our relationship. That's great. That's so beautiful. I had a vivid dream that I mostly forgot, but the part I distinctly remember was throwing a tea party for the neighbors, and the next day everyone left out on the streets, and in the hedges there are white porcelain cups and saucers for me to collect up. Interesting dream. I don't know if you analyze the dream, what it meant for you, but I love dreams. And she also says, just now I did the expand beyond your limitations with freedom and ease, and I cried buckets up for my niece who died in January. I'm sorry for you. Many images of her and conversations with her in my head throughout. Oh, that's beautiful to really know, let it flow through you, the sorrow just flow through you. That is so healing. That is so much healing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, dearest Zoe, and the last day today, it's the last day today, and how can I express my deep gratitude for the healings I received these past 21 days? Today was particularly special. It began with a heart meditation when I felt my heart expanding to new levels. I did the power exercise, the tapping, the crystal chamber meditation, and the light meditation, and they too were so much more intense than ever before. I felt ready then for my last healing. Zoe, today my soul was in the presence of eternity, or what I believe the I am to be. Today's energy was love, beauty, hope, forgiveness, joy, freedom, ease, bliss, belonging, peace, and so uplifting. I'm sure it could be described more adequately, but from the depth of my heart and soul, I say thank you, my best wishes, and much love. Oh, thank you so much. And she continues her description of each day here. Day 15, activation of Christ codes. How can I possibly describe with words what I experienced today? The energies were so intense and beautiful. At the beginning, I felt quite a sharp pain in my heart, only lasted a moment. Then I saw only my chest rising and falling with each breath. I instinctively knew the air was crisp and fresh. I sort of could feel it even though my chest was not part of me since I was an observer. Then I started traveling through galaxies and nebulae. I saw colors of shapes. Two were quite distinct. They were circles, not very big, and the upper half was black and lower white. In the first circle, the line was straight across. There were two white dots in the black half and one black dot in the lower half. The line in the other circle had a spike, and in the middle of the diameter, and only had a white and a black dot. Throughout today's experience, my body was melted in its surroundings. I felt like I have never felt before, and the way I experienced the energies was also very unique. And day 16, a healing bath of unconditional love. During this session, I was able to see beyond my sister's facade. I saw them for the vulnerable women they are, how they too deal the best they can with their fears and other feelings and preconceived notions they may have. I was seeing them in the light and with a deeper understanding of their behavior, and I was able to embrace them lovingly. That's so beautiful. Oh yeah, so that we can really see our sisters and brothers that are not really aware of, with so much love and compassion. I felt Jesus's and Mary's presence, and other entities as well. They helped me understand why I am on this journey, why I trust the energies and seek help in like-minded people, and that I am not too far from finally liberating my soul so it can fully reconnect with God. Then I felt my chest opening, and from my heart a beautiful and colorful light emanated, and I felt such abundant love flowing out into the world, into the whole world. Afterwards, I felt so peaceful and also very tired. Day 17, Healing Bath Kryptonite. If ever thought the healing energies could not get any more powerful before, I was so very wrong. Today I felt a new level of our immense possibilities. I cannot describe the intensity of the energy. I can only relate some of the physical sensations. At the beginning, I felt like a great purge was happening. My whole body felt dissolving, but like chunks were floating away, like big chunks were floating away. Then my skin itched so badly, but I breathed through it. I saw my 7 main chakras explode, and the colors were magnificent. My traveling began. I passed several portals, one after the other. They were of bright colors: green, purple, yellow, golden yellow, and light blue. Sometimes the speed I went through them seemed impossible to gauge. I was so fast. Other travels were slower. I again met different entities, but on 2 occasions I saw people, once a man and once a mother, father, and child. I just looked at them and I wanted to stop, but I had to go on. There was a bright fluorescent greenish turquoise light. It's my favorite color, and it enveloped me. I cannot describe how peaceful, happy, and at ease I felt. It was a feeling of total freedom and safety, of beauty and serenity, and of just being without any strings attached. Once again, this description does not do justice to what I really experienced today. Oh wow. Thank you. Yeah, the words are not enough, right? Day 18, Grounding in the New Earth. This was an interesting experience. I felt the energies coming in, and after a while I felt my body dissolving. No longer was it made out of flesh, blood, and bone. Instead, I saw energy rods emanating white light. I adjusted to that experience, and then I felt smaller threads coming first out of my hands, then my feet, and then all over my body. I felt them grounding in strong energy. Then my heart opened, and numerous threads excited from there, and I was told that we had to connect the core heart energy to the new world's atmosphere as well. Then I saw many light workers standing on and around the new earth, all with their light rods grounded and interconnected, with their hearts also connected to the atmosphere, and it formed such a splendid, brilliant light star. Later, it felt like a strong pulsating energy was coming towards me until I realized that it was me traveling at speed through a tunnel. I saw different colors and passed different, I don't know what it was, and even so often I saw circles of golden light. Then I was resting in this peaceful moment and bathed in the pulsating and colorful energy tube on my way back into my room. Whew. I was getting exhausted from experiences. I wish I could experience that much. I'm just holding the energy. Oh wow. Day 19. Expand beyond your limitations with freedom and ease. I saw Jesus and Dominic. I don't know who Dominic is. Maybe someone you know. Coming toward me, coming toward me, taking me by my hands. They took me somewhere, and then they left. I was asked questions. Was I aware of the significance of seeing? Did I really want this? Was I ready to commit? And others, I can't recall. In another place, I overheard someone saying that COVID was an act of war and the vax another means of control. The first part of this healing seemed a little weird. Later, my body felt heavy. I saw my friend the lion. I saw a woman watching, and I felt a strong energy mixed with lighter ones. I know I was awake, but in a strange way. Then I felt like I was deep cleansed, like all my organs had been taken out, and a cool breeze went through the inside of my shell, and I just had to let it happen. I came back and felt refreshed and confident in myself. And day 20, expand beyond your limitations with freedom and ease. The same theme. One intense healing with very powerful energies. I found myself walking in along a carved narrow street in an older looking Italian village. An old man was standing in front of an ancient building and seemed sad that it was so neglected. I understood that it used to be a church. I opened the big door, noticing the worried look in the man's eyes. At first it was dark, but then I saw beautiful paintings and stained glass windows. Then I heard music and I saw myself dancing, laughing, writing, playing musical instruments and painting. I felt so happy finally being able to accomplish all the things I would have loved to be able to do in this life, but was told that I didn't have any of the skills required. Yes, I felt like a butterfly flying from one flower to the next, so free and at ease and full of joy. Later, I saw a little angel coming toward me. She emanated beautiful female energy, and I saw other entities, and I found myself in a peaceful place. Suddenly, a white light came pulsating toward me, and my eyes began to flicker. This lasted quite some time. The light was sometimes brighter, sometimes less, but always pulsating, and I could feel the fast movements of my eyes. Then the most beautiful pink light appeared, very bright. It was followed by red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, and finished with a magnificent purple. I still feel a little overwhelmed, sort of speechless. I wonder how these experiences will affect my daily living from now on. At the moment, I can't even say how I feel. I guess I'm in awe. Day 21. Consolidate the new expanded state of being. I truly believe this is what happened today. My soul was soaring, bathing in an ocean of immense beauty and indescribable love. She revisited many sites, meeting up with her Ascension team, angels and other entities and beings. Her heart was so full of gratitude and love for each and every one of them. I felt I will leave it at that because today's experience is my heart and soul. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. Oh God, I'm getting so moved again. I'm so grateful for what happened and what we're doing with these energies and for the collaboration that we're having. Yes, our call for help has been heard, definitely. And we are getting so much help and support from our brothers and sisters. Because I'm not doing this. It's not me doing this. I'm just an energy channel. I'm just, giving the opportunity and facilitate the process. Whew, oh, thank you. Okay. Let's see here. The next person. Dear Zoe, thank you so much for these 3 weeks. So much has changed for me, or rather, so much has changed in me that I can hardly know where to start to talk about it. Oh, I'm getting so moved. I feel more whole, more together, more with it. I can deal with the day-to-day worries and difficulties much better. Oh God, sorry. Also, many of my pains are less and much more manageable. All throughout these 3 weeks, I felt a lot of change, and I'm very grateful for all of that. But I feel that the changes have only just started up, and there is such a lot more to do. After every session, it feels that I need to do more of this, I need to consolidate and take it further, all that was happening. Could you please give me some guidance how I can repeat the sessions and carry on with this wonderful healing? Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, dear. Yes, I will talk about that at the end of this video. Okay, experiences during the 21 days. For the most part, I don't see so much, but I experience a lot in the body, both physically and emotionally. But a few days stick out, and that's what I want to describe. Day 1 and 2, crystal chamber. There was a strong sense of recognition in the crystal chamber, where I have been a few times in dreams. I'm surrounded by liquid crystal and I feel very well. So interesting that so many people do recognize the crystal chamber, and it feels like home. And day 15, activation of the Christ codes. I barely lay down before the tears start running. I had an image that Jesus came beside me and enveloped me in his arms and held me, and I felt like I had come home. A wonderful feeling and so much love streamed through me. I am worth being loved, and it feels absolutely amazing. Day 17, healing bath, Kryptonite. Oh, what strong energies. They just rolled in the body. I felt like I was on the operating table. First, they took care of my left knee, then calf and stomach. It really hurt. Lastly, my heart began to run amok, like beating very fast, like in more like an uncontrollable way. It throbbed me as if it thought of taking itself out of the body. After I felt light in my body, almost weightless, and free of some strange thing, an amazing feeling. But when I stood up from the healing, I was super shaky in the body and pretty lightheaded, and my heart was still beating wildly and irregularly. It continued even into the afternoon. I do the healing early in the morning. It was a very strong experience. I can totally relate to this because I've been feeling quite shaky. I think it was during this weekend. I know that the Schumann resonance was very, very high. I was awake like more than 3 hours. I think it was between Saturday or Sunday or something. And then, yeah, I think it was on Sunday. I was so shaky. I was like, no, feeling so dizzy and shaky. It's like, oh, I don't feel well. I know it was the energy. So it was like, oh. Okay, day 19, expand beyond your limitations of freedom and ease. Experience the color explosion behind my eyes, and the word that came to me was celebration. The picture that came up was an Osho card, like these oracle cards, with women who were dancing barefoot in the rain. Felt enormous freedom and lightness in the body, and joy and satisfaction. Felt so good. Like now it's over and we're moving toward lighter times. Day 20, expand beyond your limitations of freedom and ease. Another incomparable experience. Even today I felt a lightness in the body, but today many insights came to me. That I am a divine being. That I am great. That I am loved. That I am worth living. That I am worth loving. Amazing. And that after 74 years, to finally take that in and feel it is true. This is so big. Wow. Now there's just one day left, and I already feel that I want to repeat this journey. I am so grateful that I got to do this journey together with you, Zoe, with the team, and all the amazing fellow travelers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, my deepest gratitude to you as well. Wow. Wow. Yes, I think this video will be a little bit longer because there's so much interesting information that I'd like to share. And this is a letter from a person, actually from the second week that I didn't have the time to squeeze in because I didn't read it before before the video recording. So I read it afterwards, and it was so interesting because she was meeting Tesla again. That's the same woman that I was writing in during the first week. And she has some great information from Tesla that she wants to share with us about free energy, eternal energy. Hi, dear Zoe. Oh, what a week. It's absolutely unbelievably interesting and exciting. I've had so many nice and moving experiences that I'd like to share. For a while now, I've been receiving a whole lot of information about eternal energy and eternal light. Most recently, I've got information about our cells. During the first healing session of week 1, my team told me that they will lit up my inner cell membrane. I thought it was a little strange because I thought they should really lit up the entire cell from the nucleus outward and not just the cell membrane. A morning this past week, as I sat in the sun and had a light and calm moment, Tesla came in. I always first get pictures and words in my head when he comes with new information. I welcomed him and I said I was ready. Go on, I'll remember what you have to say. He smiled and said, get your notebook. When I got the notebook, information came immediately. I saw a cell with a cell membrane around the nucleus. I learned that it's the cell membrane that's supposed to be reactivated and lit up again. The inner nucleus already consists of solid light. It's the most powerful light there is. Hi, Dolly. It's the most powerful light there is, and it has always been there. It can't be extinguished ever. It's eternity's godly light, the root of all life. But it's been prevented from shining through our cell membranes in some ways and become a covering that blocks the light. I see how different types of impurities like vaxes, and I pronounce that differently, poison in medicine, pesticides, radiation, chemtrails, fear, unclean, low vibrating food have contributed to this blockage in the cell. That's what makes us age. I received the words transmit and recharge. The cell is also an emitter and transmitter that is recharged. Our cell membrane is now clean from impurities and lit again so the light can shine through. Nothing can stop it. It's a part of the ascension. I received the words recreation and restoration. We receive light codes to reactivate and restore the cells this time during the 21 days, 21-day healing program. When the cell is reactivated, a powerful electromagnetism happens that allows itself to be continually recharged. In this way, the energy light never goes out, it becomes eternal energy. Everything consists of eternal energy. This energy has been blocked, made dirty by the dark side, or it has been made like darker by the dark side. This divine light has been blocked both within and outside of us. We need to understand the principle of eternal energy. It helps us in the process, like pushing the go button. To live in eternal energy is to live in 5D. The inner nucleus is the emitter and the cell membrane is the receiver, antenna. I say that again. The inner nucleus is the emitter, so it emanates, it emits, And the cell membrane is a receiver, the antenna. The cell transforms the light to energy, to power. It becomes an electronic charge that becomes free energy. The cell renews itself. Everything is light that vibrates. I see how the threads of light energy that look like electricity radiate out of every cell and connect with cells in this environment. Cells in humans we meet are reached with this electromagnetism, electricity, and are reminded and helped to reactivate and awaken. Everything is connected. We help the collective by being luminous again. It goes fast now. Hang on, says Tesla. You'll never be the same again. You are born of light. You will live in the light. Have patience. All is well. I received a short prompt now as I'm writing this about the importance of living as clean and pure as possible regarding what we eat, drink, and think, etc. Purity helps the process a lot. Thank you for giving us that message again. So it's not only me being this, telling people that, oh, you have to be clean with your diet and everything. Further, I want to share my experience with the 11th gate and paradise. My team was very clear that I should take day 12, the 11th gate, during the daytime. They were really excited and eager to get going. And when I opened up, I was prepared to go out in the universe and come to the 11th gate, but my team took me to Earth again and led me to the bridge. This is the 11th gate, they said. The bridge was arched and beautiful and bathed in golden light. This is the portal between worlds, they said. My whole team was there. A man and a woman from the other world took me by the hand and led me carefully over. On the other side was a large gate with a pair of big high doors in dark wood with gold mountains. The door opened and on the other side stood people waiting for me. They stood in two lines and made a pathway in the middle. Men and women led me down. The man and the woman led me down the pathway, and everybody welcomed me. It was very loving. So it turned up in front of me, this new world. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. A paradise. Loads of butterflies, flowers, birds, fauna, rolling valleys and rippling streams. I gasped for breath and I began to cry. Welcome home, they said. I had so many experiences, but that it's hard to remember them all. There were tons of animals. A beautiful white horse came towards me. I got to ride on it. Here, animals are free. Nobody owns them. We have an agreement between animals and humans, whereby we help each other. No one is above and superior to one another, they explained to me. A deer came forward and I saw a rabbit and a hare. I don't know why it's that. Is that the right word? And a beautiful lion. I became a little worried about the other animals when I saw the lion, but they said animals don't eat each other. They live off of energy. This is something that I've been feeling also. That is so natural. It feels so strange that they should eat meat also. Tesla comes and stands beside me, and I see a big dark purple triangle, or it's a pyramid. It's an energy source, he says. Then I see other purple triangle pyramid that's upside down. This upside down triangle lay on top of the other triangle on a rather etherical plane. Hard to explain, so that it made a star. Tesla said, "Do you see? 3, 6, 9?" I saw how the upside down corner of the triangle landed in the position of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, and how eternal energy could then flow through all of the star stars' corners. I asked Tesla, how is the world actually built? What does Earth look like? He answered, the Earth is a reality. This world you live in here has been confined. He showed me a picture of a dome where we lived shut in under this dome for a long time. So when the dome is removed, the whole new world opened up. Everything was changed, both visually and emotionally. It was breathtaking. A new heaven and heavenly bodies, other colors. It looked like clusters of stars in different colors and a little all over. It was unbelievably beautiful. It's time to take off the dome now, he said. You can create your reality exactly as you wish to have it. You all can. Which reality do you want to live in? A very light woman came towards me. It was me, in this new world, an upgraded version of me, like a sort of higher self. It was a very strong encounter. I met her myself before, and it was always similarly full of love, a bit of a strange feeling, but at the same time completely natural. We floated together, intertwined. Then she showed me around. We went in the same footsteps like one body, but she was a microsecond ahead of me the entire time. My team met up with me and us and said, you should get healing now. I laid down. My higher self placed her, this was like all before the healing session. You should get healing now, I said. I lay down. My higher self placed herself by the head, the man at the feet, and the woman and Mary Magdalene on either side of my heart chakra. Everybody put their hands on me. The rest of the team stood around me, and around them stood those from the new earth. Jesus placed small green emeralds on all of my chakras. And this, I see this as part of the emerald tablets, as I've been talking a little bit before. So I see a gigantic green crystal. It's raw and dull on the surface. It was much larger than us humans. It was lit up and began to shine in the dark, almost a neon green light. It's kryptonite, they said. Our power source. It's very powerful. I felt an intensive push above the solar plexus, which became stronger and stronger. I almost stopped breathing. Breathe, someone said to me. The pressure increased, and it was unbelievably powerful. I didn't know what to do, where I would be taken. Open yourself for the power, they said, and it felt like a sort of implosion of the solar plexus. Something forced its way through and landed deep within. The solar plexus opened and power continued to stream in. Kryptonite bearer, or like carrier. I heard them say, now you only have to relax and receive. I see the threads of energy come out of my body and fall on the floor. You are anchored here now. This is your main anchor, they say. The energies rinsed through me and I dozed off. When I came back, I felt how I was slowly led back to the door. No, I want to stay here, I say. You are anchored here now, they answered. We'll leave the door open so you can return when you wish. I land in my bed and asked the question, what is it that limits my flow and why I have my body pains? The answer, generosity. Be generous, relax, trust that you have enough. With these words, a deep insight lands in me. Yeah, generosity is very important because you have the energy flow, otherwise you block the flow of energy, of life force. So it's keep it going. The next day is time to come home to paradise again, and I'm full of expectations. I come to the bridge and walk through myself, through the door and that stands open. But the earth-shaking experience isn't as strong as it was the previous days. the previous day, and I felt a little disappointed and a resistance. My team says paradise isn't a place. Paradise is something you carry inside of you. Another deep insight. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm sorry, it continues. There are no words to describe the gratitude I feel. What a journey. What learnings. Thank you, Zoe, and everybody who's participating. Soon we are home. Yes, love and light. Oh, thank you so much. It was a long story, but I really wanted to share all of it because it was so important. The Tesla's words, and also the experience in paradise. Okay. Yeah, I'll take this one for the questions. These have been really powerful energies that operated in me this week. When the healing bath of the Christ codes were activated in my body, I felt and saw how light sparks and Christ energy lit up in my energy system. They regularly lie they're placed in special places within me for the best possible effect. They've now been integrated and function as a whole within me. Together with the other energy frequencies, the Christ energy I experience as pure and strong, unquestionable love. Healing of the Kryptonite. This is really a new experience. I've never experienced anything like it before. This energy went through my entire energy system, including the physical body, with such strength and intensity. It was unbelievably powerful, and I sense that it's given me enormous inner strength. It brings up inner pictures of solid, stable pillars that hold up a temple. I interpret it as this Kryptonite energy makes it so that I have this energy to stand really solid in myself and in my origins with Kryptonite energy. Yes, thank you so much for sharing. Okay. So, some questions. And also, I will go through my recommendations, and if you want to do the program again, so please hang on. I know it's a long recording. Okay, so the questions here. I have in recent days, especially when I am relaxed after the heart meditation, felt warmth that radiates from my hands and feet. Haven't experienced this so strongly before. In other parts of the body, I am as typically as I am as I am. I am as I typically am. I'm sorry. It's concentrated in the middle of the feet and hands. I wonder if I'm receiving healing qualities, and if so, can I test it in some ways? Yes, congratulations. This is one of the things that usually happens, not usually, but it happens quite a lot when people receive these 21 Day Healing programs. Your healing abilities will be activated. In general, like other abilities as well, like your psychic abilities, because you're getting more aligned to your soul purpose, and also you're raising your vibration so that you will activate your healing qualities. So yes, absolutely, I would say, but especially when you describe that you feel it in the middle of your hands and your feet. That's like the hand and feet chakras, like the middle point, the center. And you ask if you can test it. Yes, of course. I would ask maybe if you have someone like in the Facebook group, if someone would like to be to receive your healing from a distance, or if you have some people around you that may want to volunteer. Like maybe if you are courageous, you can put it up on your Facebook or other social media, or email some friends, or ask some friends or some family if they can be like test test people, guinea pigs, or what do you say in English? My mom and my sister were my test people, and then I just did 2 sessions, and then I started. I put up this ad in a paper, in a spiritual paper, saying that yes, I give healing sessions, and I charged for the sessions. I would say also, like, animals is really good to test your healing abilities because they are very receptive. Of course, they cannot give that much feedback, maybe, or you will see how they react. And this is something that I really encourage all of you to try out, because I'm not here to be this special person. I'm here to activate and remind you of your abilities, of your light, and we are helping each other in this group. And it's so beautiful to have this, uh, what do you say, exchange of energies and experiences. We're helping each other, When it comes to pain in my body, stiff muscles, especially in the back, I look for treatment. I can imagine that it's everything I've held or stuffed down in my body that now wants to come out. Can it also be others' energies that accumulated in my body? Yes. It's great that you're so aware that your aches and pains is probably something that you have stuffed down yourself, like your own blocks and things like that. But as you're writing, also it can be other energies as well, because when you are out and about, you are receiving you can feel and receive other people's energies, and that can to some extent accumulate. But the most important thing here is something that I call, how should I translate it into English? Attraction point, I would say. Attraktionspunkt. Attraction point, just I would say, if I translate it into English. That's the most important thing. If you have a part of you, inside of you, that, like the core, that is the seed for something to develop into a blockage, into a block. For example, if you have like disappointment as a theme in your life, as I've been having, you have this seed. You have an attraction point, an attraction seed. As long as you have that within you, as long as you haven't dealt with it on a deeper level, which we have done now during this process, so you can always redo this program. But as long as you have it yourself, you will accumulate that same energy as, law of attraction. You will attract that energy and accumulate that energy if you decide to. You can also, not do that. It's not default in any way. But the point is, what I want to say is that if you do not have any attraction point of a certain behavior, certain energy, you will not attract that. So the more you are dissolving within yourself, the more you are, letting go of your old patterns and your old baggage, you will not accumulate from other people because there's no attraction point there. And also, if you have an attraction point, because most of us do have some attraction points still, if you do have that, just be aware of other people's energies. Like if you are in an environment of people that are on a certain vibration level, and you can feel that, oh, it feels heavy, and it's like, okay, maybe I have to pull back from those people, and also decide not to accumulate. Like you're saying no to the energy, and that can also be a pattern of wanting to be a helper, wanting to assist other people. So you're carrying other people's baggage. So that is also one thing that you have to deal with as a pattern for yourself, I would say. So I hope that helps. I had thought that I would be able to open my heart and feel unconditional love during these 21 days, but that hasn't happened. I feel energies working in the body during the healing, but the heart chakra just feels clogged. The first week, I think I felt how it was about to open. I know how it feels when it is open, but in this time it feels unusually closed. Is there something I can do to help it and get it to loosen up, or is it due to other external reasons? I would say the heart meditation is great here, or another practice that you would like to do, using rose quartz as well, to loosen up or to dissolve those blocks that you have within your heart. So every time you do the heart meditation, you go deep within yourself, and you get in contact, you get in touch with that unconditional love in yourself. That will automatically, dissolve this block and dissolve this this what did you say? Oh, anyway, this block of the heart. And every time you do that meditation, you also can, be more aware of what kind of feelings that is brought to the surface. If you are feeling a lot of sorrow and where that comes from, go deeper within that process to see why you have this block on the heart. You also ask, isn't it the case that if you begin to open, so it becomes more and more open? Yes and no, because if you are working with some kind of practice, let's say yoga. When I started practicing Kundalini yoga, I felt like my heart chakra was expanding, and I was, opening up more and more. And there are special, meditations and things like that doing to open up the heart. And also, of course, when I've been doing the heart meditation, when I start doing that regularly, but sometimes some things are happening in your life. You're getting hurt by some lover, or something like that. Someone is hurting you, or you're feeling an emotion of hurt, and then your heart closes again. So of course, I would say it's easier to open up again because you have been working with your heart chakra before. But of course, it can be back and forth. It can go back and forth, open, close, open, close. So that's not an unusual thing. And why it happened to you during this program, I don't know. But it seems like there was something there that you needed to look on. You needed to investigate and see if you can go deeper. Okay, at the end of the hour, it felt like I had a long open sore from the rib cage up to the sternum. After the healing hour, I lay and cried for 35 minutes. Good for you, good. I even had pain in the solar plexus. I asked for an answer about what the root cause and what it was about. And her guides said, your exclusion, both in this and early lifetimes. You've always stood on the side of life on this earth ever since the fall. You've always stood on the side of life. Now I understand. On this earth, even ever since the fall of Atlantis. So it seems as if I have come up on a deep sore inside of me. My friends leave me one by one, and I have no friends who live near me. I wonder if what's happening is that this sore is being healed now. Yes, of course, because it's activated. That wound, that core root wound is activated, so you get the chance to dissolve it. You have the chance to really get to the core of it. And you might want to look about your connection to the last fall of Atlantis and why it started there, this pattern. And you writing my friends leave me one by one, that's not very unusual. That has been happening to me um, during different periods in my lifetime when I was, consciously choosing the spiritual path. I was around 30, maybe. I started my yoga when I was 30. I'm 46, turning 47. So, because some people are thinking I'm like 30, so it was like last year. It was like 16, 17, almost like 17 years ago. And I was doing this like huge change in my life. I was going to the spiritual festivals and doing yoga and other spiritual practices, and so during a period, I pulled back from some of my friends. Before that, I was out partying a lot. I was drinking, not too much, but quite a lot sometimes. And so I was pulling back from those friends because I didn't feel that we had so much in common. So during a period, I didn't have that many friends. And then I met a woman when she became a friend of mine, and starting to have this beautiful exchange of spirituality. So that's not a bad thing in particular. I know that it hurts, especially when people leave you. But we are going through the split. We are going through the split in humanity, and people are choosing different ways, and that's the way it should be. There's nothing wrong with that. So I would say yes, you're meeting this core wound, and it's time to heal it. Yes. Another person writes, I feel a lot, but my experience is that I have a hard time connecting to myself to clearly receive information from the Galactic Federation, the Pleiades, etc. Why is that? Similarly, in all sessions, I only sense that I feel well, which in and of itself is always lovely. But do I want? Do I want too much? Am I not yet ready to accept the invitation, like channeling? I really tried. I really tried to keep myself awake for the Kryptonite session, but no, it did not work. Can it be that I can't keep myself awake? Okay, there are several questions. I know that some people are, getting frustrated because they're not getting information, they're not feeling that much, and they're not feeling a connection to what you are writing here, the Galactic Federation, or everything. From my experience, it has been going up and down. My contact, my channeling, and back in the days when I started, contacting my guides, and I had a beautiful and close relationship with one of my guides, like my main guide. And then he pulled back. It's a long story. I won't tell the whole story, but he asked for a divorce. Actually, we have to get a divorce, not ask for what he said. We have to divorce. And I'm like, okay. And that was very challenging for me. That was back in 2013, 14, something like that. And then a new era for me, new chapter began for me, not having that much contact. But every time I asked for contact, they always painted to the heart. Listen to yourself. You have to stand on your own feet, because I was getting dependent on, getting information from my guides. So every time I tried, it was like, no, go within. So, and that has been a long journey, and up until now, I feel also that, of course, I'm getting information. That's what I'm doing here during these programs, and I'm channeling. But at the same time, um, they don't want me to get dependent on them. They want me to be more independent and be strong, stand strong in myself. So that's how it's been for me. So that can also be a part of this. But of course, it can be also like your pineal gland. Is clogged, it's calcified. You need to clear that up. And that's what we did work on during the last 21-day healing program in December. So that can be one thing, because the pineal gland is very important for the connection, and also can be many different things. It can be a past lifetime where you were very psychic, but you were killed, and you don't want to step into that. So it can be many different things, but just be patient. And of course, I do teach psychic, how to develop your psychic abilities. I have a very structured way of teaching. They have taught me how to teach, so you will get information in a very safe environment, because I know that a lot of teachers are just, yeah, you just open up, and then you and then you have to protect yourself. And I'm not teaching in that way. I'm teaching you like step by step how you do it. Open up, so you get a very structured way of working with your psychic abilities. Unfortunately, I do not have that workshop, that course in English, but eventually it will come. But it might be quite a long time before you can get that. But anyway, what else did you ask? If you wanted too much, yes, it might be that if you want something too much, just let it flow, and also you're asking if when you fall asleep during the sessions. I've been talking about that already. And sometimes what I feel about when people are falling asleep during sessions is that our teams need to knock us out sometimes, so we will receive the energies in a beautiful way. Because if you're too awake, you're thinking too much, your energy system is very tense, and in that, when you're tense, you are closed, and when you're sleeping, you are so open. When you are relaxed, you're open. When you are asleep, you are very, very open. And when you are open, you receive more of the energies. So that can be one way of just knocking you out, so they will reach into your energy system, because you might be too tense in your body. Okay, that was a little bit my thoughts on that. Yeah, there's someone writing in talking about feeling a lot of pain in the legs, and asking, is that a typical way of feeling the healing energies? Yes and no. It can happen, of course. It's not super common, but of course, yes, no problem at all. Okay, so I was just reminded from my guys that I should just look once again in the email, in the inbox. Sometimes my cell phone doesn't work. I don't know. It seems like it doesn't really update. Anyhow, okay. I trust that all the questions are answered. Otherwise, my assistance will be of help. And talking about that, we usually do like this, is that you have like 1 week after the program has finished, you can write in asking questions, and if there's something that you still, if something is still hanging. But after that, the program is finished, so we will not answer questions about the process and things like that. Of course, if you have like an acute, like the emergency kind of thing, you can contact us. But the thing is that it has been like this before, that people are writing to us, forever after the program has finished, and asking questions, talking about their process. And I was dreaming this and dreaming that, doing this, and the guide came, and and gave me this message, and why did he do that, and asking questions. And we cannot give that service at all. And so after 1 week now, on the, like, it's May 19th, I guess. After that, we're not receiving questions for the program, like your process. So I just want to be clear about that, because we have many participants during this program, and we get a lot of questions. So we have to continue doing other things. So now, life after the program. So what now? What do you do now? There has been a lot of things going on, even if you haven't been aware of all the things that has happened during these 21 days. You need a period of just integrating, of relaxing and reflecting on the process. And so, because the process continues, and the energies are still working with you, they are still integrating in your system. The process is still going on, like on all levels, like emotionally, and even though we have finished the program, it's still the process continues. So please give yourself some time to reflect on what has happened during this period, and so that you will have like an overview for yourself. That's one thing that I recommend. I think that's very beautiful, because then you really understand, like afterwards, like, wow, yeah, this happened. Now I see the pattern, what's going on, and what has been going on. Also, what I always recommend is going out in nature, because that is very healing in itself. And that's also a way of balancing your energies and even them out. And I find that very beautiful anyway. And please continue with the heart meditation and also the power position if you feel drawn to it, and if you feel helped by doing them. It's a quite short, practice in the morning, but very effective. So I would recommend you to continue with those two. And also, you can continue watching, the video where you connect to the light grid and to the light network, and also to the new earth. That's also a way of, keeping the energies on that level. So you're keeping yourself on a higher level. And also continue to receive the golden frequency, for example, also the Kryptonite energies. And I will talk about redoing the program in a while. You can also, I know some of you, or maybe all of you, have the pendant. And that's also a way of, keeping your vibration high during the daytime. That's why I from the beginning created this. Is to be a help in your everyday life. And we just received some pendants again, so it's in stock at the moment. So that's one way of receiving the golden frequency anyways. Other recommendations I do have is doing, if you feel stuck and you feel like, okay, I'm not done with this, I feel like there's something else that I need to look upon and see what it is about. I would suggest you to go to some therapist and doing like hypnosis or something like that, like a regression, going back to past life, or going to a parallel existence. If there's something there that you need to look upon and dissolve. Also, I can recommend The Journey by Brandon Bass. That is a beautiful modality, a beautiful way of also understanding what's going on in your body and your blocks and what's hidden in there, what kind of emotions are stuck in there. So that is also some recommendations that I do have. And what I can offer you is the 5-day healing program. That is with videos that I share angelic, very calming, soothing energies. So I'm working with the angels. So you can have a look on the website. And now is my free gift for you. I would like to give you the first session of the 5-day healing program with the angels. So the first session is called Purification with the Angels. So that is also a beautiful way of continuing this journey on, still, cleansing and also working with the angelic energies, which are very soothing and calming, as I said. So that is my free gift to you, because I'm so grateful that you all did this journey together with me and all the Scandinavian group. We are so grateful. So I would just want to express my gratitude and also give you something to before the program just finished, and then you have something else to do after the program. Because I'm not offering an extra week this time. Sometimes I've been doing an extra week, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. So now I feel that I want to give you this free gift. Purification with the Angels. Very beautiful program with videos. As I said, it's 20 minutes videos. It's a beautiful way of keeping your vibration high at all times as well. And now to the detox program. Detox is really important, as you probably noticed, and it happens automatically when we receive these high energies. And I am working on a detox healing program for. I have it in Swedish, so if you understand Swedish, you can buy it from the Swedish website. But I'm working on the English version, and it's 10 or more sessions where I work with different organs and different systems in your body and cleansing and clearing out. Very powerful and deep process. So I truly recommend that. So keep an eye on in the newsletter for some updates. And also cosmic language. I've been speaking about that before. It's also coming soon. I have a lot of things to do, so I'm working on it. And there are some DNA activations on the website as well that you can receive. So please look at that. And the crystal pendant is one part of the DNA upgrading codes, the golden frequency. So have a look on the website there. And I spoke a little bit about aura transformation in the last video, I think, or in the first video. That is something that we have been discussing a lot in the Swedish group, both Reiki and aura transformation. Aura transformation is something that is a Danish phenomenon that came, I don't know when it was, like in the 90s or 20s, something like that. It was quite a long time ago, and it's quite established in Scandinavia, and I've never felt like a pull towards it. Actually the opposite all the time. It is established in some countries as well, both in the States and in the UK, in Spain, and different other countries. So I'm working on a program to reverse the aura transformation, because there are many people that are not feeling good. And what me and some of my colleagues here in Scandinavia have been seeing is that the process aims to cut you off from divine source. So that is the aim of it, cutting you off from divine source. The benefits of it is that you're feeling your own energies more. and you can hold your own energies. So if you're leaking a lot, that's a benefit of it. But at the same time, you can just hold. It's just your own energies. You're not connected to the outside world. You're not connected to the earth. You're not connected to divine source in a proper way. Of course, you are still connected in some way. Otherwise, you wouldn't be alive. But yeah, so I'm working on a program to reverse the aura transformation. Yes, so that is my recommendations. And also, of course, you can do the program once again or several times again. You don't have to pay anything for it, as I said. And I want you to wait for 3 weeks. So please wait for 3 weeks before you do this program again. It's okay to start with the angelic healing program right away, or you can like relax for a couple of days or so. But because that is just it's very calming and soothing, you know, these energies, so there's no problem. But if you want to do this program once again or several times again, please wait for 3 weeks, because the process is still going on. So you don't have to redo it like right away. And you can pick and choose different sessions that you feel drawn to. Like, oh, I really like the Kryptonite, or I really like the Christ codes, or I really like the unconditional love, or this session that really gave me a lot. And I felt a lot, and that was very powerful. You can also pick some of the sessions that you feel like, oh, I don't know if I really like that. That is also an indication that there might be something still left for you to work on and still receive. And so you can pick and choose the sessions if you would like to just take 1 or 2 or 5 sessions. You can also do the whole program from start to the end. And it's all up to you. I don't recommend anything special here. It's all up to you what you feel pulled and drawn to, what feels right for you. Even you can do the whole program from day 1 to 21, or you can pick and choose, whatever. And it's very simple. It's very, very easy. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to email us like, "Oh, I'm starting again." Your team know. They know if you just decide, you have your intention, like, yeah, I want to do the program once again, and I start on this day. I start today, or I start tomorrow. You can. It doesn't matter if you say it out loud, or if you write it down, or if you just thinking about it inside of yourself. It doesn't matter, because they pick up all your signals. They know you, and they can feel you in this multi-dimensional realm. So there's no problem. So you don't have to do anything special. You just, in the same way that you have been receiving these sessions, you will just lay down and receive the session that you would like to receive. So if you want to receive the Kryptonite session, for example, you just say, yeah, and I would like to receive the Kryptonite session, like day 17. That's nice. Or I want to start from day 1, and you start from day 1. So it's the same thing, but we're not doing it together. Sometimes people are writing in the Facebook group. Now the English Facebook group, there are not too many people in there that are very active, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but it seems like Facebook is not very big in some countries, and I congratulate on that, because that's a good thing, of course, you know, leaving social media. But some people, are, at least in the Scandinavian group, are writing, you know, like, yeah, I want to start on June 1st, and then they are doing it together in that group, and that's also a beautiful thing. But we are not active in the group. We do not answer questions for the process, you know, because we have finished. So yeah, that's about it. So there's no special thing to think about, you know. The energies are working just fine, you know, beyond space and time. No problem at all. And we'll see when the next 21-day healing program will be. I have not received any indications for a new program at the moment. So I will work on the reverse aura transformation program and the cosmic language and the detox healing program for you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. At least that's what I'm feeling right now, but it's always changing. So if things are happening in the world and I need to do something else, I will do that. So okay, that's it for today, and I am so grateful for everything that we have done together. I'm in awe, and there are not enough words. There are no words for it. So thank you for joining this program, and I'll see you very soon, I hope. So please take care of yourselves out there, and yes, I love you so much. Thank you. Bye. Bye.